Good morning, everyone. Hey, I want to tell you a story. I think it's kind of important, especially as we're getting into the hardcore testing season for high school juniors. Um, you know, I heard this adage a long time ago and I lived it. And I can tell you how incredibly important this is. Sometimes you just need to borrow it. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes you just need to borrow someone else's confidence that they have in you. So I had been in a previous marriage and I emotionally was not where I needed to be. And I walked out of the house and I felt pretty broken at the time. And I was doing this work already with some families. And I met the man who is now my husband, and we were dating. And he just kept saying, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing. And you have to help more families. And I just can't believe what you're doing." And he had so much confidence in me, in what I was doing, in the help that I was giving people, in the changes that I was making, that I took the leap and quit my job. I had no alimony, no child support. I quit my job and put all my efforts into this business. And here we are 11 years later, and he and I are now married, and this is the business that, I have developed and I'm proud of. But I borrowed his confidence in me. I didn't feel confident. When I had told my ex I was leaving and I was going to move out. "Oh, you'll be back. You can't make it on your own. You're never going to be able to do that. Like, that's ridiculous." And you hear those things and you start to believe them. It's kind of almost easier to believe the negative. But with the help of my now husband being so, "Oh my gosh, like, do this. This is great." And really allowing me to borrow his confidence in what I was doing, this is where we're at. So the reason I'm telling you this story is because I have a student who I absolutely adore. She's fabulous. And back in December, before the December ACT test, she was working with one of the success coaches. And in my office, I'm hearing, "Oh my gosh, I can't do this. I just can't do it on test day. I can't handle the timing. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I can't get through it. I can't. And that is a word that just completely grates on my nerves. Like, I will not allow that word to be used here. So I walked out of my office, and the success coach was reassuring her and telling her to stop. And but she was just kind of on that, cycle where you just can't get off that hamster wheel of thoughts of the negative. And I walked in and I said, "Elena, no, we're not doing this. I know you can score a 30. I know you can get there. I'm positive. I've been doing this for years. I know. I've seen the work you do. Look, you did this. And I brought up, things that she had done, success she had had while tutoring with us." And she's like, you really think so?" And I said, "Yeah, I really think so. I think 30, no problem. No problem. You're a 30. And 2 weeks later, she texted me and she got a 30. And she's like, "I can't believe it. You were right." And I feel like she just borrowed my confidence. She didn't have it in herself. In the back of her mind, she might have thought, "Oh yeah, maybe I can." But she borrowed the confidence we had in her. We built her up. We told her what was realistic, and she borrowed it and she did it. And I think sometimes that's what kids need. I see kids who have had bad math teachers, a teacher that didn't take enough time to really lay that foundation with a student. And from that point forward, the kid's like, "Oh, I'm bad at math. I can't do math. I'm not good at this." I see students who just don't like school. And so they hold themselves back. They're like, "Why should I try? Maybe I've studied before for 2 hours for a test, still got to see. Why should I bother?" And they don't often borrow their parents' confidence in them because, "You're my mom. You have to say that. Oh, you're my dad. You don't know. Like, it's harder than when you went to school. You don't know." But when they hear it from an outsider, someone who's working with them on it, someone who does understand because we've been doing it for so long, I see kids often borrow our confidence. Elena's not the first one. I remember the first time a kid said to me when he came back and he got the score I said, I think you can do this." And it was a 34 from a 27. I said, you're easy a 34. I'll give you a couple wrong. That's it. And he came back in and he said, yeah, he said, I got the 34. I didn't want to let you down. And I don't want to put pressure on the kids, but I do want to let them know what they're capable of. And I knew he was capable of it. And the first time he said that, I thought, wow, this is so important that kids realize that we have a target for them. We know what they're capable of achieving. We're not just saying it. We're using the work we've done together to determine that. So I really, really encourage families when you're talking about test prep, or you're talking about just subjects in school, and your child is very negative, very I can't do this, the teacher doesn't teach right, I am not good at it, I don't know what to do. It might be time for them to work with somebody and borrow someone else's confidence. Changed my life borrowing someone's confidence in me, and I see the changes in our students when they score that score that they thought was unattainable, and they're like, oh my gosh, you were right, like I can do this. Because what will that inspire them to do later? What will they think back and say, oh my gosh, wait, maybe I can achieve that next goal? So just wanted to share that with you because it was so powerful for me, and I see it happening, and I want to share so that your kids can experience that too. Talk to you later.